Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy XIII 2 walkthrough. So we are continuing on in the Yashis Massif. I believe this is the 110 AF, if I'm remembering this correctly. The previous video there, I had just completed a couple of the quests here. We've got one more down here, and I actually thought that this was a battle, and I think I was just remembering a different time period that we already did.
This part of the paradox that was sealed by the Seeress, Kupo.
No, the ancient seal has been broken? No, we have to stop this before someone gets hurt.
I hear you. Let's go!
Okay, so we've got a rift to solve here, and this one is going to be one of the more fun ones with the clocks. So, alright, so this is the third type. I think this is the first of the they call it the Hands of Time. So you kind of get the hang of it once you kind of get going. Basically, what you do is you go stand over one of the numbers, and the first number that you stand over, both of the hands will basically spin to it, and then go the number of positions that you're standing on. So, like if you're standing on a 1, the two hands will go 1 space each. So again, once you kind of get going and get the feel for the puzzle, it's not too bad. This one's just going to be super. I don't even know if you can. I don't think you can even lose this one. Get the thing up. So there we go. Spins 1 each. So the important thing to know is it doesn't spin the hands in the position or from the position they're at. It spins the hands from the number that you activate. So again, it's, I don't want to say it's self-explanatory, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it'll get a little bit easier. Some of them are pretty tough. These ones, I don't know how bad these ones are going to be, but we'll see. This one feels like this, so this is already a loss. I started in the wrong spot, so I won't be able to clear this last one. So I'll hit this 3, and then the hands won't happen. So that's a fail. So there's also the one important thing to know is not all of them are the same. So like this one is obviously different than the one that we just did. Some of these puzzles are set, but some of them aren't. So that can provide a bit more of a challenge too. I think I've already failed this one too, from what I can see. The one over there will be left, because we won't be able to get there with this too. So sometimes you can just, if you walk up to the edge, you can kind of see, what's there, and you can kind of try to plan out what you're going to do. Oftentimes, though, I'll just YOLO it and fire up the puzzle, and then what I usually like to do though is get towards the middle of it, and then I'll try to figure out if I can win. But most of these ones, especially the ones that are like really easy like this, I don't even spend much time thinking about it. I just kind of run out there and start hitting numbers, and again, if about halfway through, I'll generally take a look at if it's, solvable or not. But, I guess it's one of those things. Do it the way that you feel is best, or the way you like to do it. But that's kind of how I roll. That's how I do it. That's how I do my thing. So this one, we'll see. I don't know if this is a win or not. It doesn't look like it, actually. I think this is going to be a fail unless I hit that 1. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I did get this one. On the 3, we end up at this 3. Boom. So there we go. Yeah, not too bad. I actually, I thought that one was not going to be a success. Here is where this one's going to be tough, for sure. Or it should be. Just looking at it. I mean, anytime you've got like 5s and 4s, and the clock itself is huge. So in cases like that, it's just. I think this is a fail already. Yeah, it's a fail. I can't go anywhere with that 3. So, you know, again, as the clock, as these puzzles get bigger, they get more difficult. Which, you know, this should be sort of obvious now. And again, the problem too with these bigger clocks is it's harder to, you know, if you want to try to just wait before, like, you know, creep up to the edge and see what you've got to work with, it can be a little bit harder to keep track of in your head. I guess you could, like, write the stuff down if you wanted to try it that way, but I don't generally do that. I think this is a fail. There's no way to get this 1 now in the bottom corner. So that one was close, but yeah, look at that. That was really close, actually. We'll get one of these times. And again, so, you know, every once in a while you'll come across these puzzles and they'll be the same. Generally, though, the ones that are timed, those won't be the same, and they'll just be generated every time basically every time you fail. So this is a loss. I can get from the 2 to the 3, but now I can't get back to that 5. So there's another real close, obviously really close, but. Anyways, every once in a while, though, you will come across, like, if you see me do one of these puzzles, and you know, generally, you know, the more important ones to look at is the one where I actually succeed. But you know, every once in a while, if you know, while these are sort of randomly generated, there actually are patterns. You know, basically every puzzle is solvable. It's just a matter of, you know, whether or not you do it right. I don't know if this one's no, this is a fail. Yeah, this is another one that got. Oh, I did get it. Okay, I counted wrong. I counted from the right side instead of the left side, so that did work out. So good deal. That one was pretty tough, though. I thought that was not going to go that well, but you know, here we are. And that's kind of how they go sometimes. Again, you know, I like to kind of just YOLO it until about halfway through, and then I start to think about
We stepped into the rift and solved
try to
the
actually
paradox.
finish it off right.
It was the same paradox, the same ancient threat that Yule had banished into the void beyond so long ago. The Cirrus distorted the timeline to save an entire city. But I have to wonder, what went through her mind as she performed such an act? Did she know how her intervention would change things? Did she look into the future? Was she able to see the consequences of what she did?
Okay, I think we are done with the Yashas Massif for the time being. Yeah, looks like that was it. So apparently, one of the Yules sealed some ancient evil away. That was what I got out of that. Yeah, all right. So we're at 4 out of 6 fragments for this. Again, I think that's the 3rd iteration now of Yashas Massif that we've been to. But that is. I think that's all we can get for the time being. I don't remember the last 2 fragments right at the top of my head, but obviously we will end up coming back a bit later. Where am I headed next? Oh yeah, I'm just checking all the different fragments that I've got so far. Some of these, it feels good. It feels good when they're completely done. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure where we're gonna head to next. Looks like I've got a cut in the video coming up here, so all will be revealed. Any day now. Come on, buddy. Let's do it. Let's get it on. Trying to see here. Yeah, I think this is where we probably need to go next. This, I really dislike this area. It's pretty intense battle-wise, and it doesn't let up for
In
quite a
400
while.
AF, the Academy is the de facto government. Their crowning achievement is academia, a magnificent city which surpasses any that existed on Cocoon under the fal'Cie hegemony. The man that laid the foundations for the project was Hope Estime, the leader of the Academy in its formative years. Science has progressed to the stage where mankind is able to build its own artificial fal'Cie. Powered by this proto-fal'Cie, human society flourishes like never before.
Okay, so mankind built its own artificial fal'Cie. What could go wrong? Alright, so, again, Academia 400 AF. So obviously this is, as it mentioned there in the kind of like the intro for the area, Hope has laid the foundation for this city, and it has flourished. So let's go ahead and throw a wrench into the works.
The power to influence the future. The power to alter destiny. Such an ability may, if one was not careful, change a person's fate for the worse. Such power was never meant for mortal man. There are none who possess the wisdom to wield it. Sarah, you must seek out your own answers as you waver at the edge of despair.
Wow. How do you build something like this?
A little bit at a time, I guess. It probably took a lot of people working together over decades, maybe even centuries, to make this city what it is now.
They had a vision for the future, and it grew from there, huh? You know what, Sarah? I used to think the only way to make a better future was to change something right away, in the here and now. But creating something for people to build on? That's not a bad idea. Right? Even if it can't be completed in one lifetime, it's still worth starting. If you believe that someone in the next generation will take up the same ideal, then the dream lives on.
That sounds like Hope's way.
I wish she could have seen it.
Yule, you mean? She's very special to you, isn't she?
She was, but I couldn't protect her. Oh. Huh?
Okay, so the lightning dialogue
did this?
I think is just trash.
What a human.
Says something about the power to change the future. No man should have that power because he doesn't have the wisdom. I mean, okay, whatever. I don't know, like, that's literally, it makes no sense. But anyways, I do like what Noel says. You know, he says, you know, I thought that the best way to change the future is to do something here and now, but you know, Hope had an idea, and other people took up that idea, and you know, and moved on from it. I guess I would assume here, unless Hope has lived 400-ish years. But anyways, yeah. So actually, a much better message than you know, people don't have the wisdom to change the future. Again, that seems a little nonsensical to me. Anyways, alright, so through the streets here in 400 AF, we're just going to be fighting essentially the entire time. We're going to be getting ambushed by CF just constantly. So, you know, again, be prepared. We're going to be doing a lot of fighting. I vaguely remember picking up a lot of CP in the area. Oh, no way. That battle was 3 CP, so that's not the case. I'm glad I checked, because that was completely wrong. These little, like, escalator things, you can actually jump up or down them, even if the direction is, you know, kind of changed the wrong way. It's a pain in the butt, but every once in a while you'll get to one that's going the wrong way, and you don't want to find the switch to grab it. So, again, that is a thing. That is something that you can do. So, you know, go ahead if you want to. So the Seath here, unfortunately, you know, the CP rewards are trash. And then the items they drop are mostly for altering accessories. Specifically, I know, like, if I'm remembering correctly, the Seath tier will take, like, say, a power wristband and make it into a delicate wristband, which, you know, makes it weaker, but at the same time it also does reduce the amount of accessory points that it takes to use. Wow, I think we're not getting any kill here either. So, this place is incredibly annoying. So here, you know, because we're getting in battle so much, actually, like in that spot specifically, there wasn't really any reason to try to jump out of the escalator, because I think we were just going to end up in a battle anyway, so so it's better to just kind of hang out here in front of the switch and then change this. Alright, so let's continue on. Now, I did try to, like, explore a lot of this area, and I don't know if that was the best way to do this. Because it's just easier to explore this area at a later date. I'll try to still grab there. I think it makes sense to grab the treasure spheres. You know, it's, again, you might as well grab them while we're here, but like running down here, I probably could just wait. So this isn't going to be the last iteration of Academia, and you know, later versions you don't have to deal with all these trashy Seath running around. So again, keep that in mind.
Threat level Sigma. All sections of Academia on high alert.
What threat? I hope they're not talking about us.
The bots must see us as intruders.
That can't be good. We should look for a way to slip through.
This terminal's on. Shall we do some snooping?
Snoop away. We can't fight back if we don't know what we're facing.
Stand by for instructions.
Okay, so interacting with the panel there gets us the map to Academia.
Who's closing
And
things
then
off?
it did mention
I
something
don't think it
about
is a who.
security bots.
This is all the work of machines.
We're going to... what is this? Remember this? Okay, cool. This NPC over here, to our right now, there's a quest giver. I don't know why I saved here. Anyways.
I'm working on restoring the network. The database is being flooded with corrupt information.
Corrupt information? Is that a side effect of the paradox?
That's the current theory. At this rate, it won't be long before the entire network is infected.
Is there anything we can do to help?
There is. The paradox seems to be spreading from our topographical databanks. If we can replace this section with the correct data, maybe we can stop the corruption.
And we can help you do this?
Yes, you can. What we need is data from places that someone has physically visited. We need area maps that are 100% confirmed.
Okay, so that was Miss Horizon, apparently. You'll want to remember where she's at. Because we're going to end up speaking with her. Or I end up speaking with her quite a few times. So she's the one that is looking for the maps. And once you've explored an area 100% of the way, you'll want to come back here and talk to her, and she will give you a fragment for each of the different areas that you explore. So I'm not going to go into all of the different ones, but like Brescia Ruins, you know, all of these different iterations count as the Brescia Ruins. So you don't get, you know, a fragment for each version of Brescia.
They're taking up position in front of the wall.
Most of the areas have different iterations, and on top of that, most of them can fully explore one of the maps. It takes multiple. You know, get like Brescia Ruins is a great example. The first time you go there, you can explore all of but like two.
That guy must have been the
areas
gatekeeper,
that,
huh?
Yes, so.
That are just completely
Now we know how to get past the rest of these barricades.
It's like 300 and the Brescia Ruins 200. But again, you know, basically that all counts as one. So again, that's why I think it's really important to make sure you're exploring all of the areas as you go through them. So you know, I wanted to point one thing out. So this is a fencer back behind this. We'll fight that next. But it's a good idea to save your game beforehand. I'm going to try to actually grab one of these tame one of these fencers. And there's actually 3, and they're all in fixed fights in this area. So there's one here, there's one to our right, and there's one towards the very, very end of the map. Again, I'm going to try to... I don't remember if I got this one or if it took me another shot, but I really wanted this thing. That's a fail. So we'll see if I reload it. I actually know, I knew there was one more coming up, so... I suspect now, the actual... That's yeah, we want to go this way. And that's where the second fencer is at. So, again, if you want to grab that, I can't remember what abilities they had, but I remember it was good. I think it's Attack ATB Charge 2, which is a really good ability for.
I don't get it. Why are they only coming after us?
Ravagers. So.
This was a trap. Someone started this chaos just for our benefit.
And hopefully
Who would do that?
Yeah, hopefully it's the sensor that does that. Yeah. Alright, so here is another fixed battle. These are the Cobalt Droid Wings. These ones, I don't remember. Nothing's standing out as far as like good skills or abilities, so I don't know that I'd worry too much about those.
Lockdown status lifted.
Or about trying to grab one. I'm just trying to look here at the fencer. Nope, I had that wrong. So that's the Yeoman. So level 1. The fencer's got a good ability. I just can't remember what it was. Quick Stagger at level 19. So that's a decent one as well. I don't know if it's better on a Ravager or a Commando. Maybe it's good on both. But I actually ended up putting that on my Blue Chocobo.
We don't go down easy.
Again, keep in mind. So that's the Fencer at level 19. You can learn that ability and obviously infuse it into other monsters. So. Alright, so it's looking like I must have saved here before the Fencer battle, and then I probably had to restart a few times, which is why it's looking like I'm coming up on the end of this video. So I suspect in the next video it'll probably be, you know, me obtaining this. So yeah, again, we'll save right here. But I suspect I didn't get it on this try, so I'll have to, or I had to most likely restart my game. So anyways, maybe it's obvious, but I'm well out of time here. So as always, hope the guide was helpful. For more videos.